The story begins at a railway station called Odela, where a woman named Radha, covered in mud, was going to the police station on the same railway track. As soon as she reached the police station, all the policemen present there were left stunned, because Radha has come to the police station with someone's severed head. Seeing this, a female police personnel fainted out of fear. Now let us look at the story of 3 months ago, where an honest IPS officer named Anudeep is transferred to Odela village, because recently incidents of death had started happening in this village. Anudeep's personal life was also interesting, because a girl named Sporthi has also recently fallen in love with him. They had planned to travel together during the holidays, but Anudeep had to leave everything midway and come to Odela. A new couple has just got married in this village. The girl's name is Madhu and the boy's name is Venkatesh. Now both of them were going to start their new life. Another married couple lives right in front of Madhu's house, but there was always fighting and quarreling in their house. Husband's name is Tirupati, who is a liar, alcoholic, and a useless person, and his wife's name is Radha, who is a beautiful but broken woman. But Radha always kept beating Tirupati. Meanwhile, when the village head reached Radha's house, he saw that Radha was angry with her husband Tirupati. The Sarpanch was surprised to see this, because he had just come to complain about something wrong with his iron shirt. Radha accepted her mistake and took back the shirt from him, and he took out the money taken from the Sarpanch from the box and returned it to him. The Sarpanch asked in surprise, "Why are you so angry?" Radha replied angrily that this husband of mine keeps lying when he is drunk, and it doesn't do any other work. The Sarpanch did not say much on this and went away from there, but Radha's anger still did not subside. Meanwhile, a boy named Vivek, living in the same village, was angry, because he loved Madhu. But Madhu got married to Venkatesh, and being angry with this, Vivek is sitting with his friends and sharing his feelings. Vivek's friends told him that if you listened to us, if you had taken it today, Madhu would have been yours and not Venkatesh's. Hearing this, Vivek had a dangerous thought, which created a stir in the village, and the very next day a shocking incident happened in the village, which shook everyone. This news spread like wildfire throughout the village, and the police immediately swung into action. The people of the village reached the incident site, and IPS Anudeep also reached the spot and started investigation. Here evidence was being collected from every corner. The village head also reached there, and he said that this has never happened before in our village. We need to know the truth of this. Anudeep ordered to call Madhu's husband and father-in-law, because that dead woman was Madhu. Venkatesh reached there trembling, and said that I think Vivek may be behind this. He had threatened me before Madhu and I got engaged. After Venkatesh said this, the police immediately took Vivek into custody. He continuously asked questions, due to which Vivek finally broke down, and he screamed that I am the one who did wrong with Madhu, and I killed Madhu. Now the police had found the culprit, but Anudeep doesn't feel something is right. He throws a water bottle at Vivek, which Vivek catches. Seeing this, Anudeep says leave Vivek. He is not a criminal, because examination of the body revealed that the murderer was right-handed, and Vivek held the bottle with his left hand. Even the footprints found there are of number 10, whereas Vivek's foot size is 7. Now finally Anudeep left Vivek. The next day Radha goes to a doctor with her husband Tirupati. Even the doctors are surprised to hear his questions. Radha had to tell the doctor that my husband is reluctant to maintain a relationship with me. He just keeps drinking and remains lost in himself. Actually, Radha wants a child from her husband Tirupati, but he runs away from her. That's why she has come to the doctor today to find a solution to this. Now another accident happens in the village, and that was the death of another new bride. A wedding had just taken place in the village, and this was their first night, but in the morning the bride was found dead. The surprising thing was that something wrong was happening to every newly married bride in this village. The police reached there, and when Anudeep saw it, his eyes remained wide open, because the dead bride was still wearing her wedding sari. The entire village also gathered there. There was fear on everyone's face. Anudeep was not able to understand anything. Incidents were happening one after another in the village. Is there any mysterious person roaming in the village? Or maybe someone from this village has a hand in this. At that time, a police officer shouted that these villagers would have to be interrogated strictly, but Anudeep said that no one can be held guilty until evidence is found. Anudeep calls Spurthi and told the whole story. He asked Spurthi if she found any clue, after which Anudeep again went to the place where the accident had happened with the new bride. Anudeep searched every corner, from which he got a mobile phone, and this was the clue that could solve this entire mystery. But the problem was that the mobile phone would not switch on. The battery of that mobile phone was completely exhausted. Anudeep immediately reached the police station and put the phone on charging, and after a few minutes that mobile phone started working. Now Anudeep's curiosity had increased. He opened the phone's gallery and there was a video file in it. As soon as he started that video, his eyes remained wide open, because in the video a girl was screaming in pain. However, the girl's face is not visible in this video, but Anudeep was listening to that voice carefully. That girl was begging for mercy from someone. His voice was scared and trembling, as if someone was torturing him mercilessly. Then suddenly her screams stopped, and that murderer killed him. When Anudeep heard the voice in the video, he was shocked. He watched the video again, because he was trying to understand who might have recorded it. Now the matter had become more complicated. On one side was photographer Gagan, and on the other side was Venkatesh's friend. There was some deep conspiracy between these two. Meanwhile, Gagan was secretly planning to make a video of Radha, after which Radha came out after taking bath, woke up her husband and asked him to pin her blouse. As soon as Tirupati saw Radha, he could not control himself. Seeing Radha's beauty, there was a different glow in his eyes. Tirupati's heart started beating fast. But when he tried to pin it, he was not successful. Radha still insisted on getting the pin put by her husband, and finally she got the pin put by her husband. But there was one strange thing here. Tirupati wanted to do everything, but nothing can be achieved with that. Seeing his behavior like this, it seemed as if he was probably not interested in girls, because Radha was so beautiful that even the best of men would lose their intentions after seeing her. Anyone can lose his balance after seeing Radha's style, her innocence and the attraction of her eyes. Now the police had got that important clue. The police played that audio to people at different places, so that someone can recognize that voice, but no one could recognize that voice. Now the police reached Chandu's house and played the audio to everyone there also, but here also no one understood anything. Then suddenly Chandu said that this voice sounds like the voice of a photographer. The police immediately reached the photographer and took him into custody. Now the real test was to take place. The police tried to identify his voice, but the voice did not match. The police did not have any concrete evidence. That's why Chandu's friend, who was a lawyer, came to the police station, and he got the photographer released. Anudeep wanted to catch the murderer at any cost, so he tried a new trick. This time he played such a mind game that the murderer himself get trapped. Meanwhile, the village Sarpanch's daughter was about to get married. The Sarpanch came to the police station to invite the wedding, but Anudeep stopped him. Anudeep tried hard to convince him, but the Sarpanch did not agree, and got his daughter married with great pomp and show. Everyone in the village was rejoicing in the joy of the wedding. Similarly, Anudeep also made many policemen stand at the wedding, because this is the same village where nowadays new brides are killed on the very second day of their marriage. Here Radha's husband was dancing drunk. Radha's friend was helping her get ready, but he did not know that after this night his life was going to be in danger, or maybe it is about to end. Here the photographer was secretly taking pictures of the bride from different corners, but no one paid any attention to him. Now the wedding night passed well, and both the bride and groom spent their first wedding night well. But even the poor bride had no idea what was about to happen. As soon as morning came, the bride was going to the station to drop her friend, and the police were also monitoring them from a distance so that no accident happens to them. Both of them were waiting for the train at the railway station when suddenly a train passed by. And at that very moment something happened which even stunned the police, because the bride was missing, and someone knocked her friend unconscious. Now Anudeep gets the news that the murderer has attacked again. Here the new bride was kidnapped and brought to the fields. The intention of that murderer was very clear. He wanted to kill her by making her a victim of his lust. There were tears in the eyes of the new bride. She was begging for mercy, but the murderer was ruthless. Now the girl was convinced that he would kill her, but before that the murderer said that I know every moment of your wedding night, because I made a video of you. The murderer reminds her of everything that happened during her wedding night. Now the girl had understood that the photographer's friend is the murderer, who must have secretly made this video. Still, she was not afraid. She had to survive at all costs and escape from there somehow. But meanwhile, the murderer was also coming closer to him. Just then Anudeep reached the fields, but it took too long to reach him. Because the murderer has completed his work, he killed the bride. When Anudeep reached the fields, he saw the girl's dead body lying there. The police were after the murderer. He was running away, then Anudeep picked up a stone and threw it at the murderer, due to which the murderer fell on the ground, and when the police saw his face, everyone was shocked, because the murderer is none other than Chandu. This news spread throughout the village. and the police also beat Chandu severely. Here Radha got scared after hearing all this and started looking for a place to hide, after which Radha reached the police station with her husband. Worry and fear were clearly visible on his face. Radha says that Chandu is definitely a little short-tempered, but he can never do that. Radha started pleading. She says we are decent people, and Chandu's daughter is also going to get married, so Chandu cannot do this. Tirupati also pleaded with Anudeep. Anudeep was watching their helplessness, and he could feel the truth in his words, but taking a deep breath he said that Chandu is no longer with us. The Sarpanch took him with him. Actually, the Sarpanch had kept Chandu imprisoned in his mansion. The Sarpanch started beating Chandu in anger. He does not want to leave his daughter's murderer alive. Here Chandu was screaming in pain, but there was no one there to listen to him. Radha and Tirupati ran to the Sarpanch. He requested the Sarpanch and said that our Chandu is innocent. Please release him. Even Radha folded her hands, but the Sarpanch's anger did not subside. According to him, I cannot leave the person who killed my daughter. Radha fell at the feet of the Sarpanch while crying, for God's sake give us justice. But no one in the village could muster the courage to go against the Sarpanch. Radha and Tirupati also went to the lawyers, but everyone asked for a hefty fee which he could not afford. Radha and Tirupati were confident that Chandu could not do such a thing. There must have been some conspiracy against him. Meanwhile, Anudeep got the news that another murder had taken place in the village. He immediately called the Sarpanch and told him that Chandu was innocent and the real murderer was still at large. The Sarpanch said angrily, "What kind of policeman are you? You can't even catch a murderer." Anudeep said in a serious voice, "We caught the murderer, but he tracked Chandu and ran away." The Sarpanch immediately freed Chandu. Now that the whole truth was in front of him, he realized his mistake. The Sarpanch went to Radha, and he bowed his head and apologized for misunderstanding his brother-in-law Chandu. He also wanted to give some money to Radha, but there were tears in Radha's eyes. She did not take that money. Meanwhile, Anudeep gets a call from Sporthi. She says that we both should get married. Anudeep is shocked to hear about the marriage suddenly, but Sporthi said emotionally, "When I was trapped in the clutches of drugs, then everyone left me. But you did not leave me. You saved me, and it is because of you that I am a doctor today. Now I will never let you fall down. I don't want anyone to say that IPS Anudeep could not catch a murderer." Anudeep understood the true feelings of Sporthi, and he agreed to what she said. Now Anudeep himself comes in front of the media, looks into the camera, and says that if you have the courage, then do it again. Actually, Anudeep gave an open challenge to the murderer. Now it remains to be seen how the murderer will respond to this challenge. The very next day, Sporthi and Anudeep went to the temple and got married. Both of them were very happy, and the cameraman hidden in the corner of the temple was secretly taking their pictures. After some time he took out his phone and called Chandu to tell him that the work was done. When Anudeep and Sporthi return home after the wedding, Radha welcomes them by applying tilak. A white envelope was lying at the same door. Anudeep picked it up and opened it. Only one line was written in it: "Your challenge has been accepted, and now you will see how close death is." Radha and Sporthi got scared after hearing this, but there was a different seriousness on Anudeep's face. Anudeep gave some money to Tirupati. Then Tirupati, along with Chandu and the cameraman, went out to party with this money. Here Anudeep and Sporthi were thinking about their first night, but many things were going on in Anudeep's mind. He did get married, but his real focus is on catching the murderer. Suddenly, in the silence of the night, a loud noise came from somewhere. Radha woke up in a panic and realized that the sound had come from the roof. When he went upstairs and looked, a heavy box had fallen down. Radha gathered courage and opened the box, and seeing the scene inside, the ground slipped from under his feet. Inside that box were the personal clothes of all the dead girls and many of their precious jewelry. Now Radha's heart started beating fast. She started wondering how these jewelry and clothes came here. Then, the very next moment, she realized that this matter was very serious. Without wasting any time, Radha collected the jewelry and went out of the house. She lied to Tirupati that she was going for some important work. She gathered courage and quickly reached the Sarpanch's house first, and showing the ring to the Sarpanch, she asked, "Does this seem familiar to you?" As soon as the leader saw the ring, he said, "This belongs to my daughter. But where did you get this from?" Now Radha was unable to understand whether she should tell the truth or not. At present, she does not want to get entangled in too many questions. She ran away from there and reached Venkatesa's house, and showed him the other ring. Venkatesa also immediately recognized his wife's ring. Now Radha was completely convinced that something big was going on. and its clue is hidden somewhere in his own house. She ran towards her house, trembling with fear. Reaching home, she saw that both Tirupati and Kandu were missing. She woke up Kandu's daughter, but before she could say anything, she herself was surrounded by questions. Is all this related to my house? Then at midnight, she decided that she would call Anudipa and tell him everything. But when she called, there was no response from Anudipa. In the morning, Tirupati went to Anudip's house to collect clothes. He took some of Anudip's clothes and quietly came back from there. Radha was terribly scared by now. Then finally, when Anudipa picked up Radha's call, she told him everything. She said that you should go to your room and see whether Spurti is there or not. Anudipa panicked and ran towards the room. And as he opened the door, the bed was empty. Spurti was not there. He immediately told Radha that Spurti was not at home. Tears started flowing from Radha's eyes. She said with regret and fear that my husband took away your wife. Tirupati took Anudip's wife away on the pretext of clothes. He first went to Spurti's room and started getting closer to her, pretending to be romantic. Spurti thought it was Anudipa, so she did not say anything, but as soon as she realized that it was Tirupati, she was about to scream. But Tirupati covered her mouth and Spurti could not even move. He made him unconscious, tied him in a big box and brought him with him. Now it became clear to Anudipa that Tirupati was behind all the atrocities committed against new brides. Now both Radha and Anudipa set out to catch him, but they could not find Tirupati anywhere. Then Radha thought of a trick. She went home and made the dog smell Tirupati's clothes, so that the dog can recognize its smell and take it to the right place. Now Radha runs from the village towards the fields with the dog. Suddenly the dog went near a well and started barking loudly. She ran there and looked inside the well, but at first she could not see anything. But as the dog barks again, on closer inspection, Tirupati is there trying to kill Spurti. Seeing all this, Radha started screaming loudly. But Tirupati did not stop. He pushed Spurti, causing her to fall to the ground and become unconscious. After which Tirupati came out of the well and looked towards Radha. Tears were flowing from Radha's eyes. She said in a pained voice, "Why did you do this to me? What was lacking in me that you fell so low?" Now the whole truth was in front of Radha. Tirupati was behind all the incidents that had happened in the village till now. Now let us look at the story of the time when Radha and Tirupati got married. Tirupati was in a romantic mood on the first night of the wedding. He lovingly told Radha that marrying her is like a dream for him, but there was no happiness on Radha's face. She said sarcastically, "Someone's dream is coming true and someone's is getting shattered." She just lay down on the sofa silently making the same taunts. She said, "Whatever happens now, perhaps this was written in my fate." This made Tirupati a little uncomfortable, but still he came closer to Radha. He just wanted to spend his first wedding night well. But then Radha jokingly said, "You look like a girl." Tirupati was shocked to hear this, because according to him his manhood was questioned. Now thinking about this, nothing happened to Tirupati that night, and nothing ever happened after that. Radha would always make fun of his manliness, and she kept telling him that you are like a girl. This very thing would hurt Tirupati deeply, and he would keep feeling suffocated with anger. But despite this, he could not say anything to Radha. Even after several months of marriage, there was no husband-wife relationship between them. Then Radha accepted this life as her destiny, and accepted Tirupati as her everything, and she wanted to have a relationship with him. But now Tirupati was not in the mood. Then one day Tirupati secretly saw a newly married couple in the village. And seeing all this, he felt a strange happiness. From that moment, the devil inside Tirupati woke up. And from then on he decided that every new bride would be mine. I will see whether she considers me a man or not. Now here Tirupati screamed and told Radha that I did all this because of you. Radha now wanted to save Spurti at any cost. She tried with all his might to stop Tirupati, but Tirupati slapped her hard, causing Radha to fall to the ground. Radha got up again and started fighting with Tirupati, but Tirupati caught hold of her hair and slapped her again hard. And that's not all. He picked up a stick and hit Radha on the head with full force, due to which Radha fell into the mud. She was unconscious for some time, and then when she opened her eyes, she was no longer the frightened woman she had been before. She picked up a shovel and ran straight towards the well, where Tirupati was trying to kill Spurti. Tirupati looked at Radha, but now it was too late. Radha jumped from the well and used the shovel with full force, and Tirupati's head was separated from his body. Radha saved Spurti by killing her husband Tirupati. She made Spurti wear her sari so that she could return home with dignity, and what we saw in the beginning was Tirupati's head which Radha brought to the police station. Now here Anudeep came in front of the media, and his wife Sporthy was also with him. Looking at the cameras, Sporthy said that if Radha had not been there, I would not have been alive today. And this story ends on this scene. Friends, this story teaches that humiliation, hidden pain, lust, and anger can slowly turn a person into a monster, while trust, respect, and understanding are the true foundations of any relationship. It also shows that judging someone without knowing the complete truth can destroy innocent lives. In the end, Radha's courage proves that bravery and truth can defeat even the darkest evil, and that protecting and respecting women is the responsibility of every society. This is the story of Odela Railway Station, a film released in 2022. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment on which scene resonated with you the most, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving similar explainer videos. Thank you. See you next time with another interesting film story. Till then, bye-bye and take care.